Hi, we're in Lesson 3 of Module 4, and we're talking all about brand messaging. In this lesson, I want to talk to you about how to create a unique value proposition or unique value statement for your brand. There's a worksheet for you to print out on this, and I would encourage you to go ahead and print that out. At the end of this worksheet, I'll also give you some tips and tricks on writing an awesome bio for your website. So let's start by talking about what a value proposition is. I'm going to paraphrase the definition from Wikipedia. Wikipedia basically says that a value proposition is a promise of value that's going to be delivered to a customer. The definition goes on to explain that that value can be delivered in the format of an experience, which is really important for us to think about as we're building our systems and processes out and as we're creating a brand for your business. So this information comes from one of my favorite online marketing gurus, Michael Hyatt. And that is simply this: I am, so you're going to insert your professional identity there, plus I help, and you need to identify your target audience there, plus do or understand. So what are you helping your target audience do or understand at that point? And that's going to equal your brand promise, or the specific transformation that your product, service, or offering provides. So let's break that down a little bit. Pull out your worksheet for this lesson, and at the top, you'll see a spot to write the things that you are. We talked all about your authenticity in Module 1, so just have fun with this and roll with it. It's not going to be hard. Then, in the next section, write about who you help. This is going to be your target audience. In the third section, write about what you're helping that customer do or understand. And in the fourth section, write about what you're trying to help them achieve. You're trying to help them do or understand something in order to get to a different place in life. What's that different place in life you're trying to help them get to? Let me give you an example about what mine said, just to give you something to go off of. I am a writer and a speaker and a creative problem solver, and I'm a good listener, and I'm a validator. I help business owners, moms, working professionals, and dreamers. I work to help these people understand business models and personal productivity methods. And I do this in order to help the business owners create more revenue. I do this in order to help the working professionals get unstuck. And I do this for the moms that just need a break in their day and a little bit of extra time for themselves. So you can use that worksheet to kind of brainstorm what a good value proposition statement would be for you. Play around with the words, mix and match. It's not like you're trying to cast anything in stone here. And this is a statement that can evolve over time, and it can change more quickly. In fact, Michael Hyatt talks about his value proposition changing multiple times over the years. Unlike the brand positioning statements, your value proposition statement doesn't have to stay the same for a really long time. Now, let's talk about how we can turn this into a bio for you. There are 8 elements that need to be included in the bio section or the about page on your website, and I want to go over them with you right now. The first thing I would love to see in anyone's bio is a mention of your authority and your credibility. And I know this can be hard for entrepreneurs because most of us feel like we need to be humble. But you have experience in something, and it's important for you to communicate to the reader how that experience can help them. The second thing I want to see communicated in anyone's bio or about page is what's the mission that you're on. And we talked about what your purpose is, and this needs to be stated pretty clearly in your about section. The third thing I'd like to see in your bio is the goal that you have, the goal or the goals that you have for the reader or your audience. What are you trying to help them do or understand? And this is where pulling that information from your unique value proposition statement can help you in your bio. The fourth thing that I'd like to see on your bio or your about page is a spot for people to subscribe to your blog or your newsletter. This is all too often left off of the bio or the about page. But if someone has just read your bio and they are convinced of what you can do for them, you need to have a clear call to action about how they can next connect with you. And a sign-up form at that point in time is a really good thing to have. The next thing that I'd like to see on your bio or your about page is a link to your most popular or your most informative or your most useful blog post. This is going to add an element of authority and credibility to your brand, and it's also going to give that interested customer a place to go dive deeper if they've connected with you at that point. The sixth thing that needs to be on your bio page is your official bio. This is the boring stuff and nobody cares about it. Where you went to school, what your major was, if you have 3 kids, a dog, and what your favorite drink is. It's got to be there because there are people that just want to know those details, but don't spend too much time talking about that stuff. Remember, your customer doesn't care about you, they care about what you can do for them, and that's what you're trying to communicate in your bio. The 7th element I want to see on your bio or your about page is contact information. This is especially important if you are a brick and mortar storefront. In fact, if you're a brick and mortar storefront, I would like to see your phone number, your address, and a link to how to find directions to your storefront in the top right-hand corner on every page of your website. And also, don't forget to include the hours of operation for your business. The 8th and final thing you can add to your bio or your about page, and this is optional, is a little summary or a little postscript with answers to your most frequently asked questions. Just as an example, if people are constantly asking you what web platform or what content management system you're using for your website, you might want to mention that information here. You've got some good worksheets to work on for this lesson, so print those out and have fun with them. Hop over to the private forums and leave a comment with your thoughts or let us know if you have any questions. And then we'll move on to the next lesson where we're going to start talking about your visual brand identity.